Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorial. For those who are new to this video series, I would like to tell that we are dealing with chapter Motion of class 9th. So since last 4 video tutorial series, we had taken this example and try to interpret the graph with question and answers. This is the last part of those video series which are related to this particular example. So in the last video tutorial, we had a question that since we know that the area below a velocity and time graph represent displacement, right? So this was the question which we had started in the previous videos, and we discussed that the area below velocity time graph will give us displacement. Since we are working with rectilinear motion, means object is moving in a straight line, right? Since we are dealing with object which are in straight line motion, we can consider this displacement as even the distance, because when the object moves in a straight line motion, distance as well as displacement remains same, right? So in the previous videos we had a question that what is the distance covered of this particular motion which is from B to C. Now let me tell you that this portion of motion has a particular velocity. At this point, which is at 3 seconds, what is its velocity? 6 meter per second. Now at 4 seconds, the velocity again you can see, that's why it is coming a straight line, 6 meter per second. And then again it is 6 meter per second for the 5th second, and so on. Every time it is 6 meter per second till here. So you can observe this even here. That is from here to here. It is as if like a particular object is moving with a constant velocity, or we can say a constant speed. So there is no change in the velocity here. If any question comes, what is the change in velocity for the motion from B to C, there is no change in the velocity, right? And here I want to make one more point very clear. If you can take this as a motion, you see there is the change in velocity. And how much change? From 2 meter per second to 4 meter per second for first second, right? That is 2 meter per second change. Then again from here to here 2 meter per second change. Therefore equal change in velocity is there here, right? So there is a change in velocity from here to here, this particular motion, that is from A to B. And if there is a change in velocity, then we have acceleration. Please remember. And what is acceleration? Acceleration is A is equal to change in velocity, that is v minus u divided by time. And what is change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity. And what is the final velocity? 6 meter per second minus 2 meter per second. Okay, so change in velocity, this particular This one v minus u is representing change in velocity. So when there is a change in velocity, then there is an acceleration. That means what can be the acceleration here? There is no change in velocity. And since there is no change in velocity, what will be the acceleration? Acceleration will be 0, right? So this is what we have to interpret in this graph. There is an acceleration here from A to B, and there is an acceleration here. There is no acceleration here for B to C motion, right? Now, if a question comes that what is the displacement or a distance covered by the body from B to C, since body is in moving, it has to cover some distance. So simple is, we know that displacement can be calculated by the area below this particular line, right? And that area can be given by the formula length into breadth. Anything can be treated as length here. You can see now what is the measurement of B to C. So this B to C represents time axis. So 1 here, 2, 3, 4. So it is 4 watt second, 4 second. And now from here to here, right, this is, representing velocity, because both are parallel here. So from here, this ends till here. So it is 6 and 6 watt meter per second. And we know that a distance can be, I'll write S as a distance, can be velocity into time, right? You remember this formula, right? Because we have studied velocity is equal to displacement by time. So cross multiplication, you get V into T is equal to S. So S is equal to, 4, V is 6 meter per second into 4 second. So this second goes 6 4s are 24 meter. This was a question I had asked you to comment it on in the previous video tutorial, and many of you have commented it with the right answer, right? How can we tally this? You either can numerically do this, that is by using the formula, or you just find the area below this. Okay. Now the next part of this particular graph is from C to D. Now what is the difference of motion from A to B and then C to D? Now look at this. Here a velocity is increasing. So velocity increases. And here the velocity decreases. Right? And how do we know? The line is coming down here. The line is going up. Even you can see here, from here 7th second. Here it is 6 meter per second. Right? 7th second, 6 meter per second. Then suddenly it became a 5 meter per second here. Then here it became a 4 meter per second. Look at the chart here. And then it is 3 meter per second. So we have made a graph till here. Okay, it must have gone further then. Now here velocity decreases, but there is a change in velocity. Change in velocity. And I said, if there is a change in velocity, then there is an acceleration. So we have acceleration here. We have no acceleration here because no change in velocity. And we have again acceleration here. Then what is the difference between this acceleration and this acceleration? Here velocity changes and here also velocity changes. The only difference is here velocity increases, whereas here velocity decreases. So if you find velocity increases, then it's a positive acceleration, right? and if you see velocity is decreasing, then it's a negative acceleration. Okay, it can also be called retardation, another word for negative acceleration, or it can also be called deceleration. All are same, right? If only acceleration is written, it means it's a positive acceleration. Okay, so please remember this. So this particular part of video tutorial is very important, because you know from here to here it's a positive acceleration, then here to here then there is no acceleration, okay, no A, and from here to here it's a negative acceleration, right? Okay, now the last part of this video is what is the distance covered, which is from C to D, and what we have to do, just extend all these lines, and what figure you get, please refer previous videos. This particular figure is a trapezium with height as this particular part, and what is this particular axis? It's a time axis, and how much is time axis? 1 second, 1 second, and 1 second, that's 3 seconds, right? And what is the length of this? If you, I'll write as E and F, right? So what is the length of this? CE, length of CE is, which is parallel to y-axis, and what is y-axis? Velocity, and where it meets the last point C, it's 6, so it is 6 meter per second. And what is the length of ED? ED again, which is parallel to velocity axis, so D will end up here somewhere 3, so it's a 3 meter per second. Okay, and now in previous videos we have seen how area of the trapezium is calculated by using the formula. So please refer the same formula and find out how much is the total distance covered when the body is moving C to D. This is first question, right? How much is the total distance covered by the body from C to D? Now second question is, what is the total distance covered by this moving body from A to then till here D, right? So try to answer this question and write your answers in the comment box. Few of you are attempting and writing these answers. That will help me to understand you understood the concept, right? Thank you very much.